Hi, I'm Miles Johnson. I'm about to talk to you about how child support is calculated here in the state of Colorado. In the state of Colorado, the purpose of child support is to make sure that a child is living near or at the standard of living that they would be living at if the parties were still together. Getting right to it, how it's calculated. First, we look at the incomes of both parties, both mom and dad. Once we determine their monthly income, we plug those into our child support worksheet. And from there, the next factor that's going to really determine child support is the number of overnights. If you're at an overnight split that is less than one party having 91 overnights, so say mother has 30 overnights, she's on a worksheet A. So worksheet A, it doesn't matter if you have one overnight or 90 overnights, it's going to treat you the same and it's going to spit out the same number. Worksheet B is more of a shared parenting plan. This is when both parties have more than 91 overnights. So overnights plays a key feature into how child support works out. Another part of the child support calculation are certain adjustments that the parties get based on their specific circumstances. One adjustment that you want to look for is, do you have non-joint children? That means children that are not of the relationship at question. Stepkids or adopted children or even psychological children, right? Say you have 3 non-joint children, that's plugged into the worksheet, and when we're looking at your income, let's say it's $5,000 a month, that adjustment might drop that down to saying, hey, you make $3,000 a month because you're taking care of these non-joint children. Another adjustment is child support payments made to another previous spouse or previous partner. Another adjustment that the court will look at is health insurance. Who's paying that cost? And so if mother is paying health insurance for 2 children, and for those 2 children it's costing her an extra $400 per month, she gets an adjustment in the child support worksheet that kind of works as a credit. So that money isn't totally lost. It is captured when calculating child support. Other adjustments, common adjustments, would be agreed upon expenses. You know, say little Jimmy has always really liked soccer, right? And competitive soccer, as you all know, isn't cheap. So let's say that both parties think it's really important for little Jimmy to continue playing soccer, and soccer's an extra $400 per month, and dad takes on that cost. That would be an adjustment on father's side of the worksheet. At the end of the day, after you've had all your adjustments and all your inputs, it comes out with a number, and this number is presumptive. That means it's presumed that child support should be paid at $300 a month. All right. There are situations where child support can be deviated from. Usually it is in an upward manner. That means the number comes out at $300, but dad really knows that mom needs more than $300 to support the lifestyle that his kid needs. So he says, oh, I'm actually going to pay $350. This happens few and far between, right? Commonly, it's asked for a deviation downward, meaning child support says $300, but dad says, hey, I really can't afford $300. I'm struggling. The best I can do is $200. You need to have a very strong argument to deviate downward for child support. Child support's your first and foremost bill. So most courts aren't going to listen to, oh, well, I have a car payment of this and Netflix of that and yada yada, right? So most times a deviation falls on deaf ears. So with that said, bank on the presumptive amount being issued and ordered, and we'll talk more about how to enforce those orders in another video.